Here we go, some edge of your seat statistics. In South Africa, we have 60 million people living in our beautiful country. 29 million receive government grants. 7.4 million have a taxable income. Only 7.4 million. 1.4 million pay 71% of all income tax. And the considered wealthy, 133,230 wealthy individuals account for 29% of the rest of the tax bill. On today's episode, I want to process how many people are actually immigrating out of our country, what is the age group of the people, how much tax revenue have we lost over a period, and where are we going to end up if we don't fix the problems right now. Hope you enjoy this episode. I hope it doesn't scare you too much, but rather motivates you and makes you aware so that we can actively start bringing back our South African community back to our beautiful country. Let's get into it. Now, before we kick it off, this is a true story. And I want to start with this because it's very, very important. In our masterclass team, we have a colleague whose sister lives in Ireland. So across the street from where she stays, there is a Zulu-speaking family. On this side, there is a Tswana-speaking family. She is English-speaking. And across the road, there's an Afrikaans-speaking family in Ireland. So this is not a color or culture problem. This is a South African problem. I want to get that out the way so that we can dive into the data and you can see that this is happening to people that are young, that are actively adding value and contributing to the economies of other countries when they should be in our beautiful country. Sipamandla Mhlwanwazi is the senior economist of FNB, and according to their research, 1 out of 5 houses sold in South Africa is sold due to the fact that that family is immigrating out of the country. These age groups are 35 to 44 years old. This is mind-blowing. This is when, as a tax-paying citizen, you are basically in your prime. This is where you're adding the most value towards the economy. And these people are exiting the country. So therefore, if 1 million people left South Africa in 5 years, that is approximately 54.79 people leaving per day, which is tax revenue lost. You can never get that back. Unless they come back into the economy, actively work and add value here, that tax revenue is lost. But let's have a look at what's happened from the 2017-2018 tax season, which collected 1.2165 billion rand to 1.5638 billion in the 2021-2022 tax season. Okay, that's a growth of 6.5%, which is actually almost 2% under where it should be, which is 8.4%, so that the country can remain in a position where we can do all our things, we can pay all our stuff that is budgeted for. So let's just process this together. We're paying more tax, but less people are paying tax. So we are taxed more. What does that mean? We are the 4th highest country in migration of local citizens. So 4th highest on the planet. First is Venezuela, Equatorial Guinea, Belize, and then South Africa. So 4th highest immigration rate on the planet. So let's dive into where South Africans are migrating to and what is the number one factor for that decision-making process. Obviously, the language is the most important decision-making process, so English. So majority of our South African community moved over to English-speaking countries. So roughly 915 that immigrated, around 247,000 went to the UK, followed by Australia, 200,000. These two countries are 49% of all South African immigrants. That's where they migrate to. Then we've got the United States with 117,000 people, and over the 21 countries presented, 94.4% of people went to English-speaking countries, with a little bit of our community immigrating to Netherlands. And as we know, Dutch is a 17th century descendant of the Afrikaans community, so that's why they feel that that integration with their mother tongue will be quite easy if they move over to the Netherlands. What is the solution? I think this is a very complex subject, very, very complex subject. And there's a lot of factors that need to be taken into place. Crime, corruption, load shedding, mismanagement of taxpayers' funds that can't be recovered. The government seriously needs to start looking into how do we protect taxpayers' money and show them this is what we've used it for. This is what we've built. This is what we've fixed. There's infrastructure coming up. This is how we're going to utilize every single cent. Because I think the moment of desperation in people comes when hope is lost. So the moment you lose hope, that's when you start looking at a different relationship, looking at a different job, looking at a different country for you and your children. The moment that there is no hope of the government actually utilizing the funds in the allocated way, people leave. Government needs to start looking at how do we create hope again? How do we create that beautiful feeling of, this is an amazing country, because it really, really is. This is the place where I want my children to go to school to go into jobs and be active citizens in the community. We need to start there. How do we create hope? And with creating hope, guess what? You might start attracting value-adding citizens from other countries where overseas people actually look at South Africa and be like, that's an amazing choice. English speaking, best weather on the planet, best scenery. We've got everything. We've got literally everything that anybody could ask for. Taxpayers should be looked at like an asset, not like trees. Because unlike trees, human beings don't have roots and they can go and live at another place. That's my message to you. If you like it, please leave us a comment. Do hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. Take care and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.